Today is all about drying the gear out because we had so much rain yesterday. We got soaked, but we have the sun with us today, so we're happy.
And can you trust that you won't blow away in the wind?
I think we're about day 9, possibly day 10. Possibly day 10 today. We actually rocked up to this loch here last night because there's a really bad road ahead of, just above us. The A9 goes into a blind corner with no verge at all, and it didn't please me at all. It's a very dangerous verge. Actually, one of the farmers warned us about it, but last night this loch was full. The water was right up to this shoreline here, and now you can't even see the water. The whole loch is empty. So I'm wondering if there's a connection between inlet, the English word, and loch, both kind of meaning a way in. Yeah, historically, you always wonder where the word loch comes from, or as we would call it, an inlet from the sea. So inlet to come in, loch to open or to close. They must have some commonality somewhere, I'm pretty sure. Interesting. Anyway, it's beautiful. And heaven above, the second day of sunshine in Scotland. At last, a few decent days of weather. And there we go. All we leave is nothing but a slight footprint. And to be honest, that was there yesterday from some other campers. No paper, not a single mark that we've been there. Now, there are other plastic bottles and things in these hedgerows. I can't be carrying other people's litter, but it does annoy me that a lot of people just leave their rubbish along the roads. If you're one of those people, stop it. It's not nice. Anyway, good morning. Good morning, Michelle.
Good morning. We're going that way.
We've decided we're not going along this treacherous bit of A9. It's just too dangerous. We are going to go the coastal road. It's a little bit longer, and it will take us into the town of Dornoch, which we're probably just going to pass through, or we might have a bit of lunch there. All right, hit the road. Now, I don't care what people say. Generally, from our experience travelling over Australia and Europe, the stuff thrown out like that from cars, and there's cans of drink and all sorts, is most often locals. I'm sorry, locals, but people who are touring are often a lot more respectful. But locals will just rock up and throw stuff on their own backyards. It's true. You can argue the point all you want, but we've travelled enough to see it in Asia, in Australia, in Europe, in the US. Almost always, not exclusively, the rubbish thrown out on the roads is local drivers. Even on a country lane, arseholes like that group of 4 cars, they didn't slow down. I just got my camera out to capture them. I can't believe the arrogance and the mean-spirited of drivers. It puts a whole new perspective on driving to me. You know when you drive, we all know when we go out driving, that there are idiots on the road. You always see them. It gets you annoyed sometimes, but you forget just how many of them and how stupid and selfish they all are. If I'm in the mood at the end of this trip, I'm going to get all the license plates of the idiots and put them up in a sort of name and shame. Unfortunately, I haven't filmed all of them. Just saying, it is better than the A9, but it's a single track. And I didn't think I'd be moaning about traffic quite so early on. It's remarkable how far you travel. I'm always surprised. You suddenly look over mountains and hills and you think, oh, we were there just about an hour ago. You really get some distance travelled when you walk. But yes, the cars, there was a group of 4 there And because the first one thought it was clever to go past us at speed, of course all 4 of them did, and I think the second or third didn't even move over. I could have quite easily hit its wing mirror with my arm, which I've a mind to do sometimes, you know. LR53ZTP. That's the sort of morons that we have to put up with. I wish there was a way of reporting idiots like that to the police. Good morning, you're looking very lovely. Like a pub with no beer. We've got a loch with no water to the left of us. How are you feeling this morning, Michelle?
Yeah, I'm feeling good at the moment. Feeling good.
No, not going to wait again. What's the problem? Why could that van not have just waited here?
3 steps, that was all.
3 steps so we could get... Why did that van not just stop here? Why did he have to come and endanger us again? It's the... Tell me about it. If you think these drivers are good, then you're one of them. But I suspect most of you will know that they're not. Thank you. Now that's good driving. There's a fella. There's a young fella who just stopped and let us go. What's special are the seals. So these, I'm pretty sure, are harbour seals out here. I have to look at the footage I took with my phone to get in close to them. But they're smaller than the grey seals that we saw further up the coast. But they're on that little sandbank out there. Very cute. Here's all the happy campers in their thermal wear, up for their Scottish summer holidays. So there's a guy there we just met. And it's not this... It's quite common. We've heard it before, not everybody. But he's saying, oh, you should go down to the Knock of Bock or something, and on the coast, east coast of England, and you'll see the seals, pups being born, and then you should go. And I said to him, no. I said, when you're walking Land's End to John O'Groats, it's already, 1,000+ miles. You're not going to just go on a 50-mile 5-day sidewalk just to see some seal pups. If you did that, I said, but it's got to be pleasurable. If you're not doing it, I've done long cycles. He said, and it's got to be pleasurable. You've got to be able to. And I'm thinking, pleasurable. You do the first 5 days walking of Land's End, John O'Groats, and then tell me it's got to be pleasurable. This walk is not about pleasurable. It is of pleasure, but this is a challenge. It's a challenge of a walk. Yeah, you might have cycled distances, but if you go off 4 kilometres or even 10 kilometres sometimes on a bicycle to see a cliff edge or something, it's 10 or 15 minutes. If you're walking, it can be half a day. If you did that all the way down, instead of being 3 months of walking, it'd be 6 months of walking. I get it. Sorry, nice guy, but I feel like saying to him, you walk the first 5 days from John O'Groats down and tell me if you fancy climbing up some hill to see a statue or something like that. This is a challenge, and it's a fantastic challenge, and we're really enjoying it. But I don't need people telling me how we should be doing it. Yeah, she's not. She's racing ahead. Now I've got to catch her up. See? I'm filming for you guys. Looks like we've had a falling out. Oh, are you waiting for me now?
I wanted to get to the top of the hill.
Oh, was there a hill?
It was a hill.
Was there a hill?
You stopped on a hill.
I did not. That's not a hill. It's a slope.
That was a hill for me.
We're still feeling the hills. Actually, I didn't feel that one so much. So I must be getting it. Oh, look at these tiny ponies.
Ponies.
How cool. Tiny little things.
You've got little dinky legs. Come to say hello. Hello.
Hello, you are beautiful.
Hey. Are you a little baby or are you just little? Hey. Oh, I can't reach. Hey.
You are beautiful. And here's all your friends.
As if there had been a ferry across this loch, we'd have been across here days ago.
Yeah, there used to be a ferry that crossed the mouth of the loch. There is a real... I've changed cameras, so you have to go back to the XD whatever 3000 Stephen, but there is a real cold wind coming in now and a rainbow behind us, a beautiful rainbow. But does it mean that we have rain? Does it mean that we have rain coming as well?
I know it means
It's a rainbow. It's called a rainbow for a reason. What a complete shock it would be if it rained up here in Scotland on our walk. Would spoil the whole event. It's the ones that come from behind frighten you more. That was a good driver, lovely smile. That wind is cold. If we're not in wind, we're in rain. I feel like I've moaned the whole journey down, but there's a lot to moan about in Scottish weather. And these roads. And me having to menace everybody with the pointing the camera in their faces just to get them to slow down. This crop, it's like a wheat or possibly a barley, but I think this is a GM crop because it's such a short stem, and over the years I think they've modified the crops to be short so they don't create so much grass or straw. Hey, maybe somebody want to check that for me, but when you were kids you used to run through this stuff and it was up to your, I know we were smaller when we were kids, but it was up to your sort of chest high, but now that barely comes much, probably barely comes to your knees. So I think they've GM'd the crop, or at least they've modified the crop to be more wheat or barley, and I think that's wheat because it has a short, very short beard on it. So I think it's wheat, and almost no hay crop at all, or a lot less hay crop. Are you tied up or are you just relaxing there? Hello? Oh, it's all right. We won't trouble you. Your tail, one tail's docked. One tail's docked and one's not. You've got a tail like a dog. Pretty colour.
Nice.
Sort of like a grey, almost a, don't know really. So that was quite a hill. It didn't look like it, but that went and went and went. So the whole walk this morning so far, it's 11:40 at the moment. And that's all been up a slope or a hill. And now I think it's mainly downhill to Dornoch. We've probably got about maybe 8 kilometres to walk along this road. I will be glad to be on anything that isn't busy traffic, and I get it. This is the only sort of section of road, this small road in the A9. Lucky to have this small road, to be honest, but it is the only section of road that runs around this coast that I can see, so everybody is here. But it's a nightmare for traffic. You know, one comes, then another one comes, and then a camper van and a tractor, and so on and so forth. Oh, here's one that's not going to slow.
2 paces.
Yeah, she couldn't have waited till we got just to here. What is that? 1, 2, 3, full and we're wide enough. She couldn't have waited, had to come at speed. She goes on the Jogle list. I missed that. What an absolute arsehole.
I feel like thumping their car.
Don't, it'll hurt you. This keeps happening, the camera fails me, it doesn't come on quick enough to catch the real dangerous idiots. We've had at least 4 or 5 of these incidents and I haven't caught it on camera, the worst ones. I never capture the ones that literally nearly kill you. That guy, his car brushed my trouser leg and I was stood way over.
The van went behind after him and it gave us plenty of room.
Yeah, the van behind gave us more room. I wish it looked like a Citroen or something. I wish I could have caught it. I'm feeling fitter today, but I'm unhappy, and I'm unhappy with the drivers, the way people are driving. We're not even on the A9 now. We're doing a sidetrack to avoid part of the A9, and we've probably had more idiot drivers on this stretch trying to kill us, close to killing us. Embro. Or Embo, sorry, the town of Embo. Man, I don't know. I don't want to make this all about this bloody road, but people up this way, you can be, some of you very nice, and some of you can be really evil. So we're just on the outskirts of Loch now. We've stopped behind this sign because the wind has been horrendous. We're just having, there's a little housing estate behind us. We're just having...
I couldn't quite make it to Loch. I was starving and my feet were sore, so I needed to stop. But I feel good now. Feet are good now.
Feet are good.
Stretching the back out.
We've had a Ginster's pasty and a banana, which was too much, to be honest. I was struggling to eat the banana, but I think we both feel recharged. But now we just need to let it get into our system a bit. We've done about nearly 9 kilometres. I forget what that is in miles. And we're about halfway of what we want to do today. So we're doing okay.
Muscular aches, pains, tension and injuries.
We're doing all right on our feet. Michelle's are a bit sore today. I think they're bruised from the hard ground that we've been walking on. Welcome to the little town of Loch. St. Sells. You'll be standing near Scotland's earliest Christian site. So we're back up at Co-op again, and we're back full again. The bag's not so heavy, but full. I think the water bladder, when it's full, it makes it a little bit oversized on the pack. We've also got a bit extra. I bought waters today because there's a lot of houses here, but I'm just not in the mood to ask today. This place feels a little less friendly, a little bit too up itself, really. I should actually get a little picture of you, William.
I was just going to say, as you...
Go on. This is William. This is William Young, and he's cycling up.
From Australia.
Yeah, he's cycling up to.
I'm doing it the quick way.
You're doing it the quick way, but
Oh,
still
man.
a big journey, man. Enjoy.
You've got a very long way to go.
We've got a long way to go.
Hope the weather's good for you.
That's the way you block the wind in Scotland. Take a look at this hedge. That's a huge hedge. About the only way you'd stop this constant wind, I reckon. Another shortcut. It is shorter. Well, it's similar, but it's not on the A9. But not being on the A9 isn't always the best thing, it seems, because now with the narrow roads, they're quite busy, and they certainly do not fit a pedestrian and a car down them, as you can see. So, yeah, but it's a good walk. We've done really well today, Michelle and I. I'm really proud of, I don't know what distance we've walked, but we know from our legs and our bodies that we've walked at least as far as we've ever walked.
That's what I have to put up with all day.
Yeah. but looking ahead of us here, looks like rain in the sky. Anyway, push on. It's a big day today. Biggest walk we've done. We're doing well. So we've come to the end of that road, which was, well, about 4 kilometers, 3.5 miles, I think. And then we found up a little south and northbound and south the other side. So we're going to follow Jay's pathway. Thank you, Jay. So all our cameras are running out of battery. Michelle and I have got to get across this bridge somehow, and then we're probably going to camp somewhere up in this wooded area. And this is our biggest walk today. We're going to be, I don't know, 25 kilometers, maybe a little more. And we've done really well. You've done really well, sweetheart.
Yeah, we'll get there. We will.
That's not so bad. But like I've said before, this coastal walk is not meant for big pack carriers. This is for a day pack with a sandwich and a can of juice. Oh. Now we're clambering up a motorway embankment. Oh man, it's madness. That was horrible. Look where we've come. Up that bloody bank. That was hard work. But we made it.
Well, it's a good sign now. We need to go north.
No, go
that way.
Go along the road. It's much easier. Yeah, there's a sign there. Look, go north down this bank. But no, don't go north down this bank.
Oh shit! Yay!
Oh, that's knackering. I would say don't go on this north. Go along the A road and just join. Anyway, thank you, Jay. Dornoch of Firth. We have walked, oh, not even, that town there is only about halfway, not even halfway of where we've walked today. Amazing walk today, sweetheart. About a mile long this bridge. Oh man. Only about a mile of this. Across this bridge. Keep going. Keep going. So how do we stealth camp or wild camp? First thing is we find